Before I begin, Joojo has just saved a penalty in a shootout that has taken Charlton Athletic to the next stage of the EFL Cup. This evening they played versus Stevenage, and Walcott was the hero for them in that shootout. Great news for him as we prepare to name the final 26. Obviously, he's the favourite. We'll see if he does stand in post in our very first game versus Portugal. Truth is that no World Cup squad or no squad in the world would satisfy every sector, will satisfy everyone. Not everyone will be happy, and no matter the amount of players, even if FIFA allows us to send 30 players to the World Cup, there's going to be some parties that will be unhappy, and that is what is emanating from the rumors making the rounds about players that have been dropped ahead of the Qatar 2022 World Cup for the Ghana Black Stars. The latest and the war we've heard so far is that Daniel Efriye will be going to Qatar. Yes, in a twist of events, it looks like Barnier has gotten the argument and has won the argument to be in Qatar. Talking about it today. We've also got confirmation, at least from the camp of Jeffery Schlupp, that he will not be in Qatar 2022. The management, his management, have posted something on Instagram that indicated that we'll look at that today. We're also going to talk about Joseph Panstil, who all but confirmed that he will be dropped from the squad that will be named later this week. All that today. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. We'll get right into it, and we'll talk about Daniel Kofi injury first and foremost. And the latest I brought you, as I brought you in that previous video I posted earlier on, was that Kofi and Kamaldeen are still not 100% yet. I pray and hope they do get 100% fit. If they do not, please let's not send them to a World Cup where we are not sure when they will be ready to play for us, as was the case with Kudus Mohammed. We waited for Kudus at AFCON 2021. He was never going to come, and we knew it. Still waited for him. We also wanted to play Wakasu. He was not ready, was never fit. The medical team that recommended that he would be fit in time, thankfully they were fired. We don't want anything like that. But those two are not my focus for today. The focus is first off on Joseph Panstil, a player who has impressed this season for Genk, is one that is likely to miss the World Cup. Now, in this tweet here from Sadiq Adams, he says the news from the camp of Joseph Panstil claim the player has been informed he won't make it to the World Cup. Meanwhile, a member of the Black Stars technical team tells him, Sadiq, he cannot comment, and says we will know what the squad is announced later this week. That is, it's quite clear that Panstil, Otuado has made it clear in the past before that he does not, or he sees others ahead of him in the Ghana national team. In my eyes, Panstil is better than whoever he's fighting for that position with. Efriye Barnier, Abdul Fattah Issahaku, Jordan Ayew. I don't know who it is in that position where Panstil thrives in, but I feel he is better than all those candidates. The forward has missed out on the Ghana Black Stars 26-man squad, they report. The 24-year-old made the provisional list, which was released on Friday, November 2nd, but looks certain to be dropped from the final squad. Panstil has had a good start to the 22-23 season, scoring 6 goals in 13 matches with 5 assists. Interesting. The PC winger was hoping to make the Black Stars team for the Mundial, but he has his hopes now dashed after being left out of the squad. The decision is said to have been communicated to the player by Otuado, who is expected to name his final squad later this week. The Genk forward was part of Ghana's African Cup of Nations squad in Cameroon earlier this year, while he was also called for the World Cup playoff against Nigeria in March. He was one of our better players in Cameroon. Unfortunately, Milovan Rajevac, despite him being one of our better players, did not start him in the second game. Joseph Panstil, quite unfortunate. I always say that you cannot satisfy everyone with your callers, but as much as possible, play the players who are best in the position you call them up for. Try to be as objective as you can. I understand coaches will always call players they favor or they like, but let's try to be objective when the collective mission is to help Ghana reach far. With these call-ups I'm hearing and omissions I'm hearing of, the ambition does not look great for Ghana, in my opinion. I don't think the Ghanaians are hoping to go so far in the tournament, especially with some of the call-ups being a bit too political, the politics in the team. We'll see what happens on that front. Another player who has been dropped and confirmed is Jeffery Schlupp. Jeffery Schlupp was someone who had a couple of issues with the FA. I think he was talked and convinced, and he understood that he would be part of the final squad for Qatar 2022. And the issues were that he would be in the provisional list. Well, he is not in the final list. Although being named in the provisional list, the final list has come out and it's about to come out. And the communication coming in from the management, his management, Cell Carbon Riches, here posted on Instagram, says a bunch of criminals, the Ghana Football Association corruption. Don't ever call my phone again. Shit country. I hope you guys get knocked out. Ghana, he used some very harsh words on Ghana. Don't want to comment on it. He said, fuck the Ghana FA. Ghanaians are disgraceful. Don't ever call my phone again. A bunch of people imbecile from the wow, that's a bit quite harsh there, but he's livid at the fact that his player did not get into the final 26. Apparently it has been communicated to him already, and it's quite interesting how that went down for him. It didn't go down well. Jeffery Schlupp had issues with the Ghana national team. He had been talked to and he had agreed to play for Ghana, and now he's not being included in the final squad. Not that anyone owes him that, but when you have spoken to a player about his inclusion in a national team and you make him understand that he would be in there, why do you now change your mind about everything? The excuse being given by Otuado is that he has not watched him play. That's what is even probably making him more angry. Otuado has not watched him play. That's what the message they are getting from Otuado's camp, and it's quite unfortunate that is happening, and it's crazy. They have not seen him play. How can you tell? Is Otuado not the one they say that said they use softwares to watch and to assess players? They do Zoom calls and all that. Why couldn't he watch him on those softwares or systems he had in place? That's not valid enough for me. You've not watched him play, so you cannot take him to the World Cup. That's not good enough for me. You don't fit into my system. I think that is a better excuse than I have not watched him play. I haven't seen him play. Well, which one too is that? Hasn't he watched any Premier League game of your own player you've called in your provisional list? This is I would be angry with such a reason if it was given to me. But the fact is that he is not in the final 26. Jeffery Schlupp's management have gotten the memo. They are livid about it. Another player who will be going aside those that have been dropped is Kamal Sowah. According to Gary Al Smith, Kamal Sowah is Qatar bound. Free Emania is also Qatar bound, but it doesn't look good for Danlad Ibrahim, who looks set to miss out on it there. Kamaldeen and Kofi Tre are on standby, and we'll see what happens on that front. So that has been it for today. Talking to you about the players that have been dropped, those that are going to Qatar. So far we've confirmed Kamaldeen, Sulemana, Kofi Tre are still out injured. Schlupp will miss out. Kamal Sowah is in. Bania is in, and also another one, Joseph Paid, is out. Unfortunate. Keep on voting. Let's bring this home. Best Sports channel on YouTube here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day.